Hi, Teacher Dawn coming to you from my house. I'm not in my classroom right now, but I am in my house. Anyway, I'm sharing with you a form that I made for myself for doing feedback streamlessly, especially when you have back to back to back to back classes. You have 3 to 5 minutes in between each class, and there's no way you can write an effective feedback, right? So, this is what I do. This is the form I created for myself. I can put 4 children on one piece of paper, and you are more than welcome to download it, use it. It's a simple Excel spreadsheet. The only thing I did not mention in the tutorial is the children's names. When I learn the children's names, or I have the phonetic pronunciation, how to say the word phonetically, I write that in the teacher to teacher feedback. That is so helpful. You know, why reinvent the wheel? I figured it out, or someone else figured it out before me. I put it in the feedback even if it's already mentioned, so that the most recent feedback that's on top has that information and people don't have to hunt for it. I do all of this by hand. I use a pencil, a drafting pencil. But for the sake of ease and getting it all on the tutorial, I typed while I was doing the tutorial using Excel. But I would normally print it out and do it all by hand. Okay? So that's it. Thumbs up. If you don't like it, if you think it's stupid, keep your opinion to yourself. Don't tell me it doesn't work, because it works for me. So I don't ever tell people it's stupid and it doesn't work. It works for them. Just because I wouldn't use it doesn't mean it doesn't work for them. So leave your negative opinions to yourself and enjoy. I'm just sharing, especially for the new people. I'm fairly new still, and man, I went through several forms before I figured out what worked for me. This is it. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye. Okay, so let's get started. So my first kid, let's say I have a 7 o'clock class scheduled, and what's written on his profile is this. All right. Now, somebody has already, actually me, I've seen this kid before, so I've already got written in the teacher feedback that he goes by Jet. His date of birth is the year. This is an MC. He has had 10 total classes with VIP, and I have taught 3 of them. You can get that in your student or child information. Lesson props, I want to do my pirate reward with him. How about if I spell it right? Reward with him. And I'm going to need no special props for this class. Okay, I already know that he's a boy. Now I'm going to jump down here to objectives. And the objectives for this class is big J, small j, saying the word shake, and saying the word bite. All right, so that's the first kid. Now the second kid, the class starts at 7:30, and I've never seen this kid before, but it says that his or her name is Bobay. I'm going to leave this blank because I have no clue. And the date of birth is 2012. This is a master class. 17 classes so far with VIP, 0 with me. We're going to say that in the teacher-to-teacher feedback, they wrote the word he, so I know it's a boy. So I'm going to use my Paw Patrol rewards. And with this one, I need potatoes, or a potato, and grapes. And then no other special props. I always have all my props within reach, but no special props. Okay, and this we know is a boy. And we're going to jump down here. So B, Z, Y. saying look, run, and climb is the objective of this class. Look, run, and climb. Okay, my next one, it says that its name is Tuong Chi Yu. Now, I don't know that. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm going to leave it blank. It says he or she was born in 2013. This is a trial. Zero classes with VIP, and obviously then 0 with me. I don't know if this is a boy or a girl, so I'm going to have my Minion and my Paw Patrol ready to go at my fingertips within arm's reach. Okay, this is the pre-VIP, so I just write down ball and hit, that I know I'm going to need the props for the ball and hit class lesson. Okay, I don't know if this is a boy or a girl. I'm going to jump down here, and we know that it is ball, hit, A and B are the objectives. A and B. Okay, so these are the objectives for this class. Okay, now the class has started for Jet. Jet is an awesome student. And as soon as he as soon as we open up the classroom together, the first thing he does is says, "Hello, teacher, how are you?" So I already know so I can check mark that that's been done. And I say, "Hi, what is your name?" And he says, "My name is Jet." Got it. And I say, "How old are you?" He says, "I am 4. Done. Sometime during the lesson, we're going to hit on our ABCs, and he's done that. And with my pirate reward, I'm going to have 5 pieces of gold that he can win, and we have counted them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he did that perfectly. So he has met all of his objectives. I'm going to circle them as I get there. All right, I'm going to circle them as I get there, and there's nothing this kid really needs to work on. He's done his homework. He's all over it, but the parents like to see that we want them to make corrections. We want them to get better. Well, sometime during the lesson, he tried to say the word elephant, and he did not do a very good job at it, so I can't even spell it. So I wrote down here that he needs to practice the word elephant. He needs to practice the word, excuse me, he needs to practice the word elephant. So, there you go. That kid's done. And now, oops, I didn't put in the time for these 2 classes. There we go. So now I'm to Bobe. And I know he's a boy, but I don't know what name he goes by. I know nothing about it. So we log into our classroom. "Hi, what is your name?" And he tells me his name is Jack. Awesome. I'm going to write down that his name is Jack. Good. So he was able to tell me that his name is Jack, but he was not able. When I said, "How are you?" he said, "How are you?" I could not get him to answer me. I could only get him to parrot me. So guess what? There you go. And he was able to tell me how old he is. So there, that's done. He knew his ABCs, but with help. So I put a WH, with help, because I'm trying to do this as quickly as I can and not spend a lot of time on writing. I want to focus on the kid, not on my notes. So he could do his ABCs with help, and he did great at his counting. Now, in this class, let's say he did BZY, look, and run perfectly. So I'm going to circle those. But he needs to work on the word climb. So I'm going to tell Mom he needs to work on the word climb. There we go. Whether it's saying it or understanding it, he needs to work on it. Now it's 8 o'clock. We're going to go to that class. All right. Hello. What is your name? And he said, my name is Chi-Yu. Oh, Chi-Yu. Hello. And I always say Chi-Yu. Right? Yes. And he says, yes, Chi-Yu. So I'm going to write down the phonetic spelling of it. I don't care that it's Q-I-Y-U. Chi-Yu is how I pronounce that name. So obviously he ended up being a boy. He was able to answer Chi-Yu. He was able to answer, how are you? He was not able to answer, how old are you? He knew his ABCs with help, and he was great at counting. All right. And he did ball without any problem. And he did A and B without any problem. He did not get the word hit. So, there we go. Now I'm ready to go. You know, I went and took a nap, and it's 4 hours later, which I don't think I've ever done that, but let's pretend I did. It's 4 hours later, and I'm finally getting to do my feedback. So I've got my notes right here, and I haven't missed anything. I can remember exactly whether it was boy or girl, so I know whether to write he or she. I know that, I don't know why that won't disappear. There we go. I know that this particular kid hit all of the objectives. So I'm going to say he should work on pronouncing elephant. And Jack needs to practice his ABCs more. And Chi-Yu needs to practice saying his age. I am 4 years old. And he needs to practice his ABCs, and he needs to practice the word hit. So my feedback's ready to go. Now once I write the feedback, then I put a little check mark at the top, because in the real world sometimes you get interrupted and you don't know where did I do that one, did I not do that one? So I just put a little check mark at the top, and it is good to go. So that's it, guys. That's how I use this form. I don't think I've left anything off that you need for the most part. And you can even put additional notes down here. Let's say that Jack's class had some technical issues, so I extended. So I made myself a note, okay? Extended to 27 minutes. IT issues. All right. Let's say Chi-Yu is late. 7 minutes late. Extended to 27 minutes. All right. So you've got plenty of room on this piece of paper to write everything you need for each class. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. I have uploaded this for you to print them out and make copies. You can, it's just a plain old Excel spreadsheet, so you can make changes if you need to. But, and as I said, I handwrite all this information, but for the sake of doing this tutorial, I did it, you know, typing. But I handwrite it all. So, that's it. And I do this usually hours before my classes even start. Okay? So, oh, the other thing I do, let's say that Chi-Yu was a no-show. So I'll put no-show right here. So obviously I won't have any notes down here because he didn't do anything, but I'll put up here that he was a no-show. All right? And then how many of you have had a no-show and at the last minute get a booking in his place? Well, fine. It only takes like 2 minutes, if that long, to fill this out. So now I've got the new information that I'm filling out. Okay? All right. So I have 2 8 o'clock, but I know that one was a no-show. All right. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Enjoy. Great teaching, and I will talk to you later. I think this is one of the things where we don't sweat the small stuff, and this makes my life so much easier. I don't have to sweat it. Bye-bye.